Hey guys, James with Torches and Tactical, and I'm incredibly excited because we have the brand new Wurkkos TD03. Here, let's zoom in here so you can see this. The brand new Wurkkos TD03. Now, this is a rear tail switch with a rotatable selection mode, if you will, and this is going to give you up to 1800 lumens from an SFT-40, but not just any old regular SFT-40. This is going to be the new 5000K, so it's going to be more neutral tint than the very, very cool white that we're used to in the FC12 and, well, I mean, pretty much the 14,000 other flashlights that come with the 6500K SFT-40. But one really cool thing about this is you have that, like I was saying, that rear tactical tail switch, which gives you a stepped mode, and that's going to let you switch between low, which is 50 lumens, medium, 350 lumens, high, 1000 lumens, or that turbo of 1800 lumens. Now you can also go over here, and this is your tactical mode or group 2, and that's going to let you switch between medium of 350 lumens and turbo of 1800 lumens. So if you wanted to know that low mode, that 50 lumens, it will give you 34 hours of runtime. Or if you want to switch all the way over to that 1800 lumens from turbo, you will get 353 meters of throw. Now that if you care about these numbers, that equates to 31,125 candela. And I mean, it definitely looks the tactical part. So let's go ahead and run through a couple more of these specifications, find out everything that comes in the package, and then we'll focus more on how this beast looks. So this is a 1 meter drop resistance rated flashlight. It is water resistance rated. It is IP68. And because of the depth and the actual profile of the reflector, the smooth reflector, it does have a 9-degree throw and a 66-degree flood mode. Now, that's not two separate modes individually, but what that does is it's going to have a 9-degree hotspot, and then it's going to flood out to 66 degrees. So very, very tight, compact hotspot, and that's going to help with that 353 meters of throw. So let's set this down, find out everything that comes with it, and then we'll go ahead and touch on how it looks and operates. So as far as the packaging and everything that comes with it, here is the box. It says TD03 SFT40. It's the set, and that's because it includes the battery inside of it, as well as that charging cable. It is black, and right now black is the only color available. 5000K, that's what we want to see here. And then if you open it up, it just has a little small piece of foam right here. It's going to help keep things protected. And as far as the actual contents, you have a little piece of paper here to let you know that there is a battery isolator. Here, let's go ahead and grab it right now so you can see it. There is a battery isolator just to keep that battery from making contact while it's on its way to you. And just a couple of warnings, making sure that you don't, flash it in anyone's eyes or anything like that. There is a user manual that's going to walk through all those specifications, how to use it to the fullest, and everything like that. Let's get these out of the way. There's also a little bag here that is going to include a generic lanyard and a couple replacement O-rings if you so choose or need to replace those. Then you finally have that USB-A to USB-C cable. And that's because this does have onboard charging. Here, let's go ahead and open that up real quick so you can see it. Boom, onboard charging right there. And because of the depth and the shape of this charging port, it is good to stick with the included cables just because some of them might have too large of a head to fit inside there. So let's go ahead and focus on how this thing operates and looks. So to start off with, you do have that satin blasted bezel here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 crenulations, and these crenulations are just deep enough to where they show up inside the actual beam profile. But because it stands tall as well, it helps shape that beam profile. So if you look on the side here, now I can't help but notice it. I saw one picture of a TK11, I don't know. Frankly, Phoenix runs similar names on a lot of their stuff. I mean, as does Wurkkos. But there is a Phoenix light that has similar groove cutouts here, not the horizontal, but the vertical groove cutouts. And I have to say that all I can see now is a Phoenix light when I see this. However, this one does let you know that it gets hot. It does have a battery indicator here, so if I flip this on, you will see that battery indicator light up. Right now, it has a fully topped off battery, so it is green, and that'll go to orange and then red depending on the state of the battery. So it does show you the Wurkkos TD03 here. Let me zoom in so you can see all these features and design elements up close. On the back, you have your governmental signage. We have a USB-C port. I will open this up again here for you right now. So you can see very, very nicely done. There is a seal or a lip on the bottom of this flap, so it does seal very, very tight. Then we will go ahead and move down. Now, if this battery tube looks familiar, it's because this looks almost identical to the TD02, and we have reviewed that light on this channel already. There are some key elements that change with it, mainly the fact that this has a larger machine out here on both sides, while the TD02, well, actually here, let me just grab it for you. You can compare them side by side. Now, there are some key differences, and I think that this is a little bit larger as far as the actual battery tube goes. But we'll continue on. There is an indicator here letting you know which direction your battery is supposed to go in. That's going to go button top up or flat top up. And then you have a groove for your pocket clip. Now, this is a little bit different than other pocket clips. They've moved, the new TD02 line seems to have this very nice, unique shape to their pocket clips, while a lot of the older Wurkkos up into and including the TS22, which we have also reviewed, um, it has a more generic look and feel to it. Now, this feels really, really good. It's very stiff, very strong, but it has a wide opening and not the deepest of throats, but that's going to allow you to grab onto the tail cap when you need to remove this out of your pocket or if you have it in a holster. So we will move on past that. Now the tail cap is glued in place. So you're not going to get that tail cap off, or at least I'm not going to get that tail cap off. I feel like it may void the warranty. In addition to that, it helps make contact. They tightened it down at the factory, so they know what it needs to be set at in order to work properly. So one really, really cool thing about this is if we focus on this tail cap, so you see this power icon here, and now that shuts off the light. So no light going on right here. And one interesting thing about it, though, is you can still access a momentary strobe. So even if it's off, you can press and hold, and you do have that momentary strobe. So as soon as you let go, it will go ahead and shut off. Now, if we flip it over, this is group one or stepped. And again, that's going to go through low, medium, high, and turbo. So from here, you can just cycle through with a simple press of the button. Do. Okay. And then finally, we go over to tactical mode, or this icon here looks like almost like a set of crosshairs. It is a set of crosshairs. But from here, you can go between, right now it's in turbo, 1800 lumens, and then you can press it and it goes down to 350 lumens for your medium mode. Again, on either the steps, you can press and hold, or on tactical, you can press and hold, and it will switch over, and you can exit those by pressing one more time. So that's literally it as far as the user interface goes. But I kind of jumped the gun, got into that user interface here a little bit early, but I will tell you now, this machine tail cap, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it. They had some other generic, so T for tactical and stuff like that. It didn't look the greatest, and I'm really, really glad to see that they made these positive changes to give icons for it instead of letters. It looks a lot better, and I think it was definitely the right choice for Wurkkos. Now there are these really, really deep grooves cut in, and it's going to give you a ton of grip for rotating that. And I'm going to move this up to the mic right now. It'll be off camera, but I just want you guys to hear how this clicks. So very, very distinct. You can tell that it does have a ball detent in there and very positive engagement. So no matter what, as long as you are moving the right direction, you'll always know exactly what mode you're going to be in. So very, very awesome, very positive engagement. And as far as the actual switch goes, to me, it feels like a different button, but the actual engagement feels very similar to the SC33 or the SC32, any of those that has that rear E-switch. Now, frankly, I like the E-switch because you can program a lot into it. However, for this use, I kind of would have liked to have seen the usability or the user interface change modes by maybe a momentary press on the E-switch. So you can, even from here, you can press and hold, and you can make your changes just by doing half presses and then do a long press to engage whatever mode you have set. Kind of similar to a Next Torch, but they have a mechanical switch inside theirs. So finally, if we move on, I do want to see how this compares to another TD line or tactical line from Wurkkos. So we have already compared it on the channel, and this is the Wurkkos TD02. Now this has an SST-40 instead of an SFT-40, but it also has a TIR optic. So this is rated at 2,000 lumens, and what I want to do is I want to see how. Let's go ahead and do this. I want to see how the 1800 lumens and 353 meters of throw from an SFT-40 in the TD03 compares to the 2000 lumens and the TIR optic of the TD02. So let's get outside, compare these, and then I'll come in and let you guys know exactly what I think about not only the TD03 specifically, but how it compares to the TD02. So let's get out there and do this. All right, guys, tonight I'm very excited. We have the new Wurkkos TD03 in hand, so I'm just going to go ahead and get straight into it. Let's go ahead and step over to group 1 or stepped mode. So here is low, medium, high, and turbo. You can very clearly see that electrical pole back there. And that 5000K on the SFT-40 looks amazing. Quite happy with the output of this one. Now we can go ahead and go over to the tactical mode or group 2, and here is high, here is turbo, and here's medium. And then if you press and hold in any of the modes, you do have that tactical strobe as well. And to compare, we have the Wurkkos TD02, so their second to last latest and greatest tactical light. So let's get straight into that one. Here is low, medium, high, and turbo. Now this is 2000 lumens as opposed to the 1800 from the TD03. However, it has a TIR optic and a domed emitter, so a little bit softer. Definitely does not hit quite as hard or throw that as far either. And then you can do a double press, and this will go into tactical strobe as well. And again, I'm going to go ahead and just go straight into turbo mode with the TD04 so we can see that. And again, that electrical pole is very clearly evident, as well as my cat. But that electrical pole is very clearly evident. Very, very nice tint on that 5000K. And the TD02. 2000 lumens from the TD02. Softer hotspot, still throws pretty decent, but definitely does not seem like it is made specifically for the throw. All right, now that we've compared the beam patterns, the tints, everything like that, let's go ahead and get back inside and I'll let you know exactly what I thought. All right, guys, so we went outside and we compared the Wurkkos TD03, the new hotness, the SFT-40 in 5000K. Guys, we compared that to a much more simple, more tactically oriented, but single switch light. No selection mode or anything like that, with an SST-40 and that TIR optic. And I'm going to tell you guys right now that if you like the TD02, but may have an issue with this user interface and wish it had a little more throw, because I mean, let's be honest, as far as a tactical light, sometimes throw really helps. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys right now, I highly suggest the TD03. Now they do have a TD04 on the way to my door right now, and I'm excited to do a comparison between the 03 and the 04 when it gets here. However, between the TD02 and TD03, now I'll be straight up with you guys. I have a TD02 where I switched the mechanicals for the rear tail switch. I switched that to a forward clicky as well as a 519A, and I like the tint a lot better. I like how the switch feels a lot better, so it's definitely an improvement over the stock one like this. However, the TD03 with that long deep reflector, the SFT-40, that de-domed emitter really does throw out there nicely. I'm a huge fan of that 5000K guise as well. It gives a much more neutral tint, and it definitely doesn't seem like it's like 95 CRI or anything like that, but definitely looks amazing. So I highly recommend it. As far as the feel, the TD0 line as well as the SC line from Sofern, I love how they feel in the hand. Very, very aggressive, but still gives a lot of positive engagement and comfort. So I highly recommend pretty much any of these. However, the TD03 um, it definitely gives a lot of fun. Definitely gives a lot of tactical advantage when you can switch between these modes. You always know exactly what to expect in any of those modes. So I highly recommend it. And if you guys like this, go ahead and click on the link down in the comments below. I will send you a link to the Amazon as well as the Wurkkos page listing so you guys can pick from wherever you want to. And they are affiliate links. I will be straight up with you guys. They are affiliate links. So we'll make about $1 or so, maybe even less. But we'll make just a little bit of money on those. But it's all going to go right back into the channel. So we can get you guys more lights. We can get reviews out there. We can do more giveaways, this, that, and the other thing. So, guys, down in the comments, tell me what you thought of the TD03, how it compared to the TD02. And then tell me your favorite feature of the TD03. Is it the long deep reflector? Is it that 5000K emitter? Is it that rear indexable or rotatable tail switch? Tell me what you guys love about the TD03. So guys, I want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. The only reason I'm able to do this is because you guys like these videos. So go ahead and smash that like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. And when you subscribe, click on that bell notification because that's going to let you guys know when we have a new video coming out, as well as give you first dibs or let you cut in line, so to speak, as far as those giveaways. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next one.